Hello, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us live. Right. So today we'll be doing a November 2021 market outlook for both crypto and the stock market. Yeah. So because Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high, right? So people are actually saying a crash is, imminent, right? And Bitcoin has actually fallen about 13% from the new all-time high over the last 2 weeks or so, right? So, but of course, has already recovered slightly. However, it also has been up, I would say about 30, close to 39% over the past month in October, and has actually more than 3 times over the last 12 months. Okay, so will Bitcoin and crypto continue its rally, or maybe a crash is coming, like many people say, right? So meanwhile, in the stock market, the fourth quarter tends to be the best performing quarter of the year. But after all the volatility, and market unpredictability, throughout 2021, and also the pandemic and all of that, right? So investors are also concerned about the supply chain, right? Because reopening of the demand and trap. These containers that are trapped, right, has actually caused some bottleneck across the supply chain. Okay, so what can investor expect for the last month of the year? So with me tonight, I have Lily. Okay, Lily with me. Yeah, so yeah, just say hi. Okay, so and we will be giving our views and analysis on what we just mentioned. All right. Okay, so I saw some of you live with us right now. So if you are here, can you give us some response, some reaction by maybe typing BSI? Okay, BSI stand for Binance SG Investor Group in the comment box, or just tap on the like button. Okay, so we know that you are here with us, right? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so without further delay, let's begin. Yeah. Okay, so tonight's agenda. So we will start with a crypto market outlook. Okay, so I'll be touching on that. So what is the trend? Will it continue its uptrend, or possibly go to a downtrend or something like that, right? Okay, and of course on the US stock market as well, by Lily, right? Okay, so do stay till the end of the session because we will review our coin pick of the week. Okay, so yeah, and just a quick update on our previous coin pick. I think it was about 2 weeks ago on this H bar. Okay, Hedera Hashgraph, right? Okay, so it actually went from here. It actually went as high as 28%. Again, currently is about 10%. Of course, this price was taken this afternoon, so it may have moved a little bit. Okay, so some people would have taken profit. Okay, when it goes up to 28%, maybe half, maybe full. We don't we don't know, right? Okay, so some people may be still holding and maybe set their own stop losses and things like that. Okay, no problem with that. Okay, so ultimately, I think we need to know how to protect our profit after making that. Okay, so yeah, this is an update, so do stay till the end to find out what's the next coin pick. Okay, all right. Okay, H bar, yeah, went up. Okay, currently up percent. Okay, so first up, just a quick disclaimer first. So do note that whatever discussed today will be for educational purpose, general information only, because in any investment it's imperative that you also do your own due diligence, you also do your own research, and or consult a licensed financial advisor, right? Okay, so just a quick introduction about me. I'm Leslie. So I have 11 years as a financial practitioner in MNC. So I have been investing in ETF and stocks for the last 10 years and have been investing and trading crypto since 2016. Okay, in case some of you do not know me yet, right? Okay, so going into the crypto market outlook, so we look at, or personally, at least for me, I look at some of these things, right? Okay, so number one, of course, history. So I think we talked about this in the October update, okay, because we were saying that September tend to be a red month, so and it really happened. So this year, last 2 months back, it was red, okay, minus 7.9%. So we were saying that typically October, November, and December, most of the time it turns green, right? Okay. So if we look at October, indeed it has gone green, and in fact has hit the all-time high before coming down a little bit after, I would say 1 or 2 weeks or so before, right? Okay, so should we be looking at continuous green, okay, in November and December? So based on history, okay, based on history, I will say yes, okay, based on history, that's number one, right? Okay, so other things we look at, I would say, is the more of the on-chain analysis. So what is that? That means you actually look at some indicators, some analysis of what's happening on the blockchain itself and all that. Okay, that's on-chain analysis, right? Okay, so one of them, one of the indicator that we look at also is actually this thing called a Mayer multiple indicator. Okay, so it's a bit small here, so I just make a zoom in version. So basically, how to use this Mayer multiple indicator is very simple. Okay, whenever the Mayer multiple, right, goes below 1, you start to buy. Okay, and when it goes above 2.4, you have to start to sell. Okay, so if we look at a Mayer multiple, right, of course it's not 1 right now, it's not 1. Okay, but it's also prove that if you bought when it's 1, that means it was around somewhere here, September, okay, or even before that. Okay, actually, in fact, before that, not this one. Okay, sorry about that. So it's also a right decision. Can you see? It went up. Okay, so currently it's about 1.35, which I feel that is still, there's still room for it to go to 2.4 before you need to start to sell. Okay, so looking at this again, I would say is again bullish. Okay, you can actually start to invest in some Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Okay, again based on Mayer multiple. Okay, but by the way, Mayer multiple is only for Bitcoin, only for Bitcoin. Okay, not for any other coins, right? Okay, so the next on-chain analysis that we do is actually this P cycle chop indicator, right? Okay, so how do we actually use this? Okay, so whenever the orange line, okay, or rather the green line crosses above, okay, and the orange line also start to point up, basically both point up, and then start to squeeze, right? Can you see? Okay, that means this one goes up and then it start to squeeze in. Typically it will go to an uptrend. Okay, so you cannot see right here, is a bit small. There's actually a dotted line right here. So whenever there's a dotted line appearing, right, you should actually start selling. You can see it's actually quite accurate. There's another one right here. Okay, and then another one that is, I think, somewhere here. Okay, it just happened. Okay, so it's actually quite accurate. Okay, so if we zoom in to the nearer date, okay, you can see that the orange line start to point up. Okay, and hopefully it start to squeeze. You get what I mean? Okay, just like this one. Right, so again, looking at the P cycle chop, I would say it's again bullish lah, right? So you can actually again start to invest and buy some cryptocurrency. Okay, again based on some of these indicators that we look at, and also based on history, right? Okay, another thing we look at also is the news, because sometimes I would say most of the time even the mainstream news out there, right, can actually help. Not say help, but will actually move the market in some way. Okay, just like Facebook, actually announced that you'll change its name to Meta, right? Again, go into Metaverse and all that. Okay, so then all the Metaverse related, crypto actually went up. Okay, so one of them is actually Mana. I think it went up by I can't remember the exact. I think 300% or something. Okay, so but Mana is not a new coin. It's actually the Decentraland. Right? It's actually a metaverse, crypto metaverse. Metaverse. This sort of like a game kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. So other news like FTX, and other sports sponsorship and all that. So recently, I think there's quite a bit of mainstream news of company adopting either NFT or crypto. So again, I think it's pretty bullish on that as well. Okay. Yeah. So finally, of course, we look at the technical a little bit as well. So as a technical, that means we look at the price chart and all that. So let's jump into that right now. Okay, let me just switch my screen a little bit. Oops. Okay, I think it's right here. All right. Okay. So of course, we always start by looking at Bitcoin, okay, because that's the big brother, so we have to look at it. So, all right. So if you look at Bitcoin, right, So it went up, okay, to a new all-time high, and then it starts to come down. Okay, so is it a cause of panic? If you ask me, I don't think so, because it has to retrace somewhere, right? Again, because it hit the all-time high, so it's very natural. People, they are taking profit, whether they are afraid that it will start to come down, or just because it hit the all-time high, they're taking profit. Okay, we don't know exact the reason, but that usually happens first. So you need to test a few times before it goes even higher, right? So when it comes down, it actually went to still somewhat above the 20 moving average, which is quite good. Usually if it bounces on the 20 and start to go up, okay. So, and also looking at the RSI, I would say that it still have some room for growth, okay, based on Bitcoin, right? Okay, if we look at the larger ones, weekly candle, okay, I would say, yeah, it still again have some room for moving up. Okay, so there was a bit of divergent. Okay, that's why it came down. Okay, so maybe it will come down. Okay, maybe it will come down a little bit. Okay, maybe to 57, 58. Right. Okay, so if I want to make a cheeky, limit order, I may queue at 57 to 58,000 and see if I can get it. Okay, so that's all. And then maybe one more at 56 or 55. Okay, yeah, that's my take. But it looks a bit sideways for now, because I think the attention has gone into those smaller coins for a bit as well. Okay, like all those recently, of course, is the two doggy fights. Okay, so Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, I think it went there a little bit. Okay, of course, because of Facebook, it went to all these Mana and all that. Okay, so let me show you Mana. Okay, can you see that? Okay, because of Facebook announcement, how much have we gone up? Okay, it went as high as 476%. Okay, yeah. So sometimes looking at the news is good, but it's very speculative. Okay, it's not a sustainable way of investing, if you ask my opinion. Okay, but can you make use of all these news to make some profit? Then my answer to you is yes lah. Okay, but we must know what kind of news we need to look at sometimes. Okay, yeah. So I think the other one is I think Sand. Yeah, so Sand is also another kind of metaverse NFT kind of game. Okay, so it went up by 300% as well. Okay, what else? What is that? I think there's a don't have this one. Maybe need to against. Okay, they don't have the tickers right now. Okay, Terra World. Actually, there's a Terra World sort of game, right? Okay, and related to so-called metaverse again. Okay, so but that one can only be used, be bought on DEX now. Okay, so I may be looking at it as well. Okay, because it has not really gone up a lot. So for now. Okay, so maybe let's take a look at Ethereum first also. All right, so Ethereum, I think, is on a very nice trend. Okay, so it's going up. Okay, so partly because of, I will say, another NFT game again. Okay, the Axie Infinity. Okay, because they are using a lot of Ethereum, and because of that, there's a lot of burning. Okay, so when there's burning, then it tends to move the price up. Okay, so you can see that it has gone to the all-time high again already. Okay, but I think it may be going sideways for a while now, because people are going into paying attention more to the smaller coins right now. Okay, yeah. So this the technical for Bitcoin chart, but overall, I would say it looks like it's still on a uptrend. Okay, so again, if based on technical, I would say it's bullish again. All right. Okay, so let me just switch my screen. Okay, so with that, that is my part on the crypto market update. Okay, so I shall pass my time to Lily. Okay, so if by the way, if you have learned something, okay, and find this valuable, please help to maybe tap on the love button this time, okay, and help us to share as well, okay, to people who you may think that may find this valuable as well. All right. Okay. Yeah. So over to you, Lily.
Thank you, Leslie. Let me share my slide. Hold on. Okay, great, great. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, okay. For myself, I'm going to talk about the stock market. And I think a lot of us actually always, or rather, many of us prefer to know what's the market outlook, this and that, right? So, and we are hoping that, maybe we can actually provide some insight into the stock market for November. But actually, um, is the market outlook really that important? Well, let me ask you a question, right? It really depends on what sort of an investor are you. Are you a hearsay investor, or are you a value investor, or are you just someone who follow other people? So it really depends on you. Let's say if you are a hearsay investor, like what Leslie said just now, um, you probably want to listen out to the news. Okay, so like what he said, Facebook actually went to change its name to Meta. So it may affect the stock price. So you may want to trade accordingly, right? So looking at the market outlook does not really impact if you are looking out for news, right? But if you are actually following somebody, right, then again, the market outlook is not that critical because you just follow the person, and the person will probably know what the market is like, how he wants to trade. Then you just follow accordingly. But if you are a value investor, right, then well, it is really really different because when the market goes up or down, actually it does not impact you that much. Why did I say that? Is because when it goes up, to the value investor it is actually hooray, because it means that your actually stock has actually risen in value. And if you are an investor, right, you would still want to hold on to your stock. You will not want to do anything with it because value investors normally hold on to the stock and they invest it for longer period, right? But if you really want to take profit at that point in time, when the stock go up, actually when the market goes up, right, it is good for you because you can actually take profit. But if the stock actually moves down, in fact, it is also a hooray for you because as a value investor, because when you know that the stock is of this certain value and it has actually come down, right, you would want to go in and scoop up more stock. So a lot of value investors like us, we want to wait for the market actually come down so we can actually pick up stock at a big discount. So either way, it really makes no difference to value investor as well. Like what Warren Buffett said, right? The true investor really welcomes volatility because it is through this fluctuating of the market, that's why prices can be irrationally low. And therefore, we as value investors can actually buy solid businesses at a big, big discount. So, and again, according to what Warren Buffett says, we only want to buy something that you can be perfectly happy to hold if the market shuts down for 10 years. Shuts down, it's not like up, down, but totally gone for 10 years. So you must really be able to have that kind of holding power, especially if you're value investors. And for me, right, I am an option trader. So as option traders, we also don't really care how the market reacts or whether it's going up or down because option traders like us, we can actually profit when the market goes up, down, or sideways. So again, to us option traders, we don't really need to know the market outlook. We can actually profit. So and because of the strategy, we can use from the different market, different stock. When it goes up, we use certain strategy for different stock. If it goes down, we use certain strategy for different certain stock, and go sideways as well. So we can actually profit from it. So this is what I can share today as a stock investor or even option trader. Don't really be so hype on the market outlook. You just really need to know what you're doing, whether investor or option trader. You really don't need to worry that much. Yeah, just trade accordingly to what you have been doing. So that's all I can share for now. So I'll hand over to Leslie. Thank you, Leslie.
All right. Okay. Thanks to Lily. All right. So don't forget to like and share again. Okay. So if you find this session valuable, right? Okay. So yeah. Yep. So to the final segment, of course, we have the coin pick of the week. So let me review. Okay, what is that? Okay. Give me a second. Oh yeah. Let me just bring it up again. All right. Okay. Okay, can you see? Okay, I think y'all can see. All right, okay. So of course, I'm inclined to suggesting something that's related to metaverse or NFT because of it being so hyped up recently. But I think because it has been already hyped, okay. So for example, if you really go into Mana right now, I don't think it's a good idea, okay, because it has already gone up 300-400%. Okay, so if I may say, if you want to jump on that boat, I would say you are late lah in some way. Okay, so but something that I would say is more fundamentally sound. Okay, that is something I feel that you can invest right now and also for the long term is actually this Cosmo atom. Okay, because it has actually opened up is access to the Terra Luna ecosystem, which we are also very bullish about for in Terra, okay, and Terra Luna, and also you will roll out this decentral finance app, DeFi apps with UST. Okay, so it's actually the native stable coin of Terra Luna. Okay, UST, not USDT. Okay, UST. Okay, so the coin currently is about I think 37, 38. So I think it would actually goes up at least 30, 40% in the next few weeks, especially when more pools, okay, when all these DeFi pools goes live for this Cosmo atom. Okay, so in fact it has opened up access for a while already, but it has not really moved, right? I think partly because the money has been flowing to the two dogs fight, okay, and also partly to I would say the metaverse and NFT, okay. But when everything I would say uh, dies down or goes back to normal, then the money will actually flow back into all these. I would say how do I categorize it? The bigger coin or the mid cap coins kind of category. Okay, yeah. So this is what we are looking at, this Cosmo atom, right? So yeah, do look at it. I think the technical analysis part is also pretty good. Okay, because still on uptrend. Okay, never mind. Since I'm talking about it, may as well I show it. Okay, so let me just do a quick sharing on that as well. Let me switch my screen again. Okay, so let's look at Atom. Cosmo. Okay. Yeah, so if you can see that it is on quite, I would say a beautiful uptrend. Okay, so it's currently slightly above the 10 moving average. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's pretty good. Is there anything to look out for? Let me see. Yeah, I think it's good. Any divergent? So far, so good, I think. Okay, yeah. So the technical also look good. You see, going up already. Okay, no, just kidding. Okay, so it's more of a long term. Okay, so but we think that it should at least go to, at least goes back above 45, right, in the next few weeks. Okay, where more pool actually goes on. Where more pool means that there will probably be more staking and more farming and all that. Okay, so when it's being farm being staked, then there's not much speculation. Right? Not much speculation means it's locked. It's locked means that typically the price should also goes up more stably, right? Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Right. Okay. So I think that's the end of our sharing tonight. Okay, a very short one on the market outlook. So basically, in conclusion, in crypto, actually it looks pretty good. Okay, but sometimes we still need to be careful. Okay, we still need to be careful because you still need to do your own risk management. Although everything looks good, the technical looks good, the on-chain analysis looks good, even history also on our side. Okay, because last quarter usually is very good, okay, for the market. Yeah, but don't go all in, like, I think, everything looks good, let me put all my money in. Okay, that's not how we do it, right? Okay, so you still need to have proper risk management. Okay, because sometimes when the storm, how do they say, like everything is calm, then suddenly the storm. I forget, that there's a phrase, to say it, right? Okay, so yeah, but you get me. Okay, so yeah, in any circumstances, like we need to be careful. Okay, yeah. So anything else for our the audiences, Lily, before we say our good night?
Oh
Anything
no,
for
no, nothing much lah. Actually, for me, like I said, option traders, we are really not too concerned about how the market reacts, because there's always a strategy for each market. So really, not really much of a concern. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, thanks, Jenny. Yeah, come before the storm. Okay, so sometimes we are also afraid of that. Okay, maybe I'm too sensitive. I'm not sure, but a bit more kiasu lah, more kiasi also. All right.
Yeah, just be carefully lah. Whatever we do, always be careful. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So is it Jenny want to check on my coin pick next week? Okay. So hopefully it's good news again. So far, la finger cross has. So far the coin picks has been pretty good news. Okay, so I hope it stay this way. So you guys can make some profit as well. Right. Okay. So again, finally, don't forget to like and share. Okay. Share it to your friends who you think potentially may find this useful as well. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you find this useful, please, just tap on the like button again. So even you tap before, you can tap again and again. That's Facebook Live. Okay. Right. Okay. So with that, good night to you and hope you have a good November. Okay. Yeah. So
Thank
see you.
you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.